Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden. This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse, and we are here to get you the hottest news on how you are going to find true love at last. Oh my God, what an adventure! So, we're going to do a divination reading for you, and maybe you have a few people coming in already and you're looking into this whole thing. Let's ask what's going to help you to get out of the old patterns and attract the new vibration that's at a higher octave than you've ever been at before in love. Okay, here we go. Woo! Okay, well, it's interesting. Here you are. It's a sort of a night scene, and the big moon is there, and it's saying relax, relax. So we have this like desire for love. We're like, I want it. But it's in the relaxing that you can feel your own energy. And what you want is you want your own energy to be visible and to be connected with. You don't want to be hiding your energy to make yourself pleasant or likable, because that will be the disaster, the old vibration, the disguise that you used to wear that got you all the wrong people. Let's ask a little bit more. What else do the spirits want to call in for you today? Let's call in your guides right now, your angels, so that whatever you get from this reading takes you there to the sacred place of your co-creating with the universe. Let's call in the closing of the doors to anyone or anything that wishes to harm you or anyone you love. Bam, may it be so. Let's open your doors wide, your doors between the worlds, so that you can travel now into a whole new ability to love and be loved. Spirit, what will help this beloved one? Oh, this is funny. I just gave a reading for couples that are already together, and this is a main card going on right now. It's playfulness. Playfulness. We need to remember that the energy of love is play. It's playful. It's full of the play of consciousness of that you write, that is your love story, the play that is the fun, crazy monkeys, the lemurs up in the trees. You gotta get into playful mode, man. Where's your party outfit? You gotta go out to parties, go dancing. You gotta start scooching your butt around doing what you love. Because if you're not in the play, the playfulness, you're probably going to get into something that's pretty heady. And the playfulness is where you're in your body, you're in your emotions, you're in your dance, you're in your joy, and your joy attracts joy, and you want to be doing things that you enjoy. To meet people who enjoy what you enjoy. And I also love to talk about the thought that couples are always finally getting help when they're in trouble, but they don't bother to get help with having fun and keeping wood on the fire. Love is a fire that's burning. You can imagine it that way, and you got to keep putting the wood on, putting the kindling on. So even in these new relationships, people you're meeting, spirit of joy, playfulness will help. Thank you for being with me. Let's see if there's anything else for you today. Oh, this is a really good card to get right now, Kindle Love. It's only one of those cards in this whole freaking deck. Kindle Love. Wow, look at this beautiful image. They're kissing. Don't be afraid. Don't be so afraid. Look, follow. Let's see. What do you need to, how can you follow? How can you, tell me more. Oh, it's so funny. The last reading I did for the couples in love also got this. It's like you're chasing an elusive unicorn, right? It's just like, love, does love exist? Is there any love in this planet? Does anybody care? Does anybody want love? Is everybody really just after a business partnership? Is everybody after just validation and and some kind of like, sex addiction. The unicorn is the love that does exist, but it's as if it doesn't because it's a spiritual being, right? The unicorn is a spiritual being, and it's daring to risk, which is interesting because this card says dare to risk. So if you are going to be the unicorn for somebody, that love they've been seeking, you got to dare to risk showing who you are, to risk asking for what you're asking for, to risk to be willing to say no when you're really in a conversation that's awful, going nowhere. Just say thank you, we're not a match, but risking to dare to show the unicorn you are is also about invoking the unicorn in others and seeing the magic in them. Now we know that women can go overboard with this. A lot of us women will be like, just see the best in somebody while we're being treated like crap and thrown out the window for no reason because they just don't want to communicate, and we're hanging in there forever like, oh yeah, that's okay to be treated like that because we see the best, right? Well, the unicorn of love does exist, but it's a magical being that must be conjured, that's co-created and disappears as easily as it comes because it's got to be created daily and hourly. So if we're going to invite love, find love, and kindle love does come back to the fire, the sacred fire that you build the fire. I know a man who did find love on Bumble. Great love. He had a lot of parameters that were difficult ones. He still had to take care of his family and his ex-wife and be there in the house taking care of kids. It was a little bit entangled. But he had a practice where every morning he would make a fire in a sacred geometry shape at dawn in the dark and light that fire to kindle love. And he did it even once he found love. So when you think of kindling love, it's putting wood on the fire. And that's fun. That's the fun that feeds the fire. Let's just see if there's anything else for you, love. Okay, so this is also talking about moving forward. So we don't really find love by sitting alone in our little castles, taking no action without moving forward towards people we're attracted to, towards events that bring us joy. Moving forward is like joining the universal forces because the planets are turning, the planets are revolving, all of the galaxies are in motion. So when we sit isolated for too long, we get out of the flow of the magic and the universal forces that are, look at them up there, they're at work for us as long as we get in the boat and go. So you might be concerned, like, oh, but I don't want to go towards that person. I really like this other person. I want to wait for them, I'm just not ready. Well, look, just get in the boat, okay? The boat of the adventure towards love. You're not going to join with anybody if it's not feeling like that true expansion of your heart anyway. Maybe you will get into some sex capades that they could be nourishing. I don't recommend them personally. I've been doing this basically like celibacy for like 5 years. On and on, every once in a while I meet somebody like, this is it, I'm in love, and I'll attempt, intimacy, and then I'm always, surprised that, within 2 months, they basically are not up for the game of love, which takes work. It takes action. It takes humility. It takes vulnerability. It takes communication. It takes working through everything that's painful so that you can build trust. Because as soon as people's trust issues come in, that's when the real story is beginning to build the love. You got to get through the trust issues, right? And that's what most people are exiting, I find, is when they are triggered around the issues of trust. So, last card for you. Oh. Oh, look at that one. I've never even seen that card. Love unabashedly. Wow, look, unabashedly. That would suggest that when you are in your love fest, you do meet somebody and there are things you appreciate about them, go ahead and be unabashedly appreciative. It's not going to harm anybody. It's not going to mean you're married to them or you're their indentured slave. It just means that everybody needs a compliment. Everybody needs to know how they come across that's beautiful. So if you love unabashedly, you are you're in the vibration of love. My guru, Muktananda, here he is, loved this great being, this saint. He used to say, you cannot attain love without becoming love. Only a lover can attain love. It's the vibration of love that recognizes love, that receives love, that sees love, that offers love. So to get yourself already loving unabashedly, you can start out by loving the rain, loving the new cold, loving the holiday season. And I got an idea. Get my book. All right, your reading's over. But anyway, this book is called Eve's Eden, Her Pillars of Existence. And I wrote it I have it under my pen name Soeva Sophia to protect a lot of the characters in the stories because these are true stories, true love stories of my life. It's a memoir of magic, of the divine feminine, and how she is so missing at this point in time in history. And there has been such a crusade against this feminine half of our beingness that's why we're losing the planet, we're losing community, we're losing democracy. It's because of the missing feminine. But the thing is, you could say, well, what is the feminine? We're so divorced from her. She's been so trampled in our lives and consistently since we were little that we don't even know what the feminine is anymore. We tend to relegate it towards looks or outfits or weaknesses. So this book will put you back in touch with your sacred feminine, with everything that is feminine empowerment, hopefully. Everything I could find to put in this for you, because it's got some essays in between the stories, but really it's like hundreds and hundreds of stories. Each one of those is the title of a story. Okay, and these are really just direct lived stories, adventures that give you a lot of entertainment and a lot of healing and a whole lot of joy. And you know what's also really fun about this book? I want to show you. It's full of my drawings too. A lot of really beautiful pictures are in here. This painting is on my cover. So if you get this book, realize it's an introduction to magical feminine beingness, to the divine feminine, to the goddess, and to how to really live into magic, live into your feminine side, even if you're a man, and nourish the feminine beside you in your relationships. But this is the introductory adventure, because this is a trilogy. And the second book, it's called Eve's Paradise, Her Primary Elements, is halfway done and coming out in the spring. So you'll want to have read this one first, Eve's Eden, Her Pillars of Existence, before you read the second one, which is even more unbelievable, rich, intense stories that you probably won't believe at all unless you've read this book first and you see the progression of the magical events that I'm talking about and how each one builds and each omen and synchronicity draws me into deeper and deeper magical adventures. I hope you get the book. It's on Amazon. Okay, much love, darling. And if you need a public speaker on the magical feminine and the one thing that causes all problems on earth, which is the denial of the feminine, I am now starting a public speaking trajectory, a career that will allow me to come in person to you. Small groups, people's parties, families, big events, rallies, whatever calls to you to have me come and join you. Okay, much love. You can reach me at evesedenarts@gmail.com. Much love.